Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach. Tune locked in with my boy Marley Bet, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Mr. NBA Plays. Marley, what's going down?
Appreciate that intro, my brother. What's going down?
You know I got to get you right because you the man when it comes to this NBA shit. I'm just here trying to get a nut. You feel me?
Man, last 2 days, NBA been whooping my ass though. I ain't gonna lie, I'm always be 100.
Well,
I
on
hope
the 3 little day. Go ahead, take it.
I hope YouTube everything joined us today, because yesterday that boy swore up and down to me that them Pacers was gonna handle them Kings, and I was on them Kings at first. I was on the Kings, and then I'm hearing Levert and the Pacers and guarantees, and we got our ass whooped. What's up, United Dave? What's going down? It will be soon, Marley, the Miami Vice, man. Yeah, man, I can use that right now, man. Miami feeling real good. Your boy is having one of them days. But you know what? I feel better because I'm on the show. Y'all boys give me a little positive energy, because shit, it was rough this morning. Work, kid, God damn. See, I'm rolling up on the show. I respect the show enough to not even roll up.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. This is our outlet to get away from everything. Try to put some money in our pockets, and not only that, put some money in everybody's pockets. You feel me?
Yeah.
But while I'm trying to boost our crowd up, sharing it to some of the stuff.
Little recap.
I don't know what I don't know what went down in the last 2 days.
Mikey, doing the show, Mikey. You can't call.
Tell them to join the show.
Yeah, tell them join the show, Mikey. I can't. If you're asking me about track, we're McCullough today. Other than that, Mikey, I have to holler after the show. Come on, baby, you know what's going down. He calling me again. Coach, text Mikey and tell him we at McCullough today. I know he asking me about track. Anyway, what's up, Travars? What's going down?
Marley, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Ooh,
I gave you something from the top of the show. Mikey keep calling me.
Let me
the Reaper.
Let me refresh real quick.
But what you talk about, Patrick? I gave you something from the top of the show yesterday. I remember we was talking yesterday. You said Grizzlies, right? Grizzlies. Yeah, you did call that. You called that Grizzlies. You're right. I remember that. I remember.
I think check 1 2.
I got you, Coach. Yep. I think it was Grizzlies. You did call that, P. You did call that Boston and the over. Oh, it was the Boston game. Okay. All right. I thought it was the Grizzlies. But yeah, I do remember you calling the game yesterday for sure. Credit where credit is deserved. You damn sure did call the game. I wish I would have rolled with you. What did I do? Did I do the under in that game? I can't remember if I took anything on that game, honestly. Grizzlies and the over. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I remember you on, Grizzlies and the over. Man, Memphis, I had 3.5. We should have been good. I should have been good. These niggas lost by half a point. We was up in the fourth quarter. That was like one of the fucking losses that pissed me off yesterday. That's what happened with that game. I was good. Honestly, I feel great going into the fourth quarter, but young team, it happens. I did have the under. I did. That's why I was telling you earlier when we came on. Yeah, last 2 days ain't been the best day. Honestly. Then I had the Kings, and I let YouTuber talk me off the goddamn Kings and put me on the goddamn Pacers. So that was some fuck shit I went for. But I mean, shit, man, it's gambling, dog. Shit, I can't complain. That half is the worst. I know, dog. I hate losing by half a point, dog. The fucking worst. The worst, especially when you first get into gambling. Like when I first started gambling, I used to talk so much shit. That shit used to hurt my feelings, man. Losing by half a point. I was a nigga that was like, I'm never betting on half a points again, man. Fuck that shit. I'm either betting that hoe up, betting that hoe down. Fucking never betting on half a point. That shit used to piss me off, dog. I'm used to it now because it's like it's part of gambling, but man, the .5s, bro. I used to hate that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Shit, hey, I'm be the first one to tell you, man. Rub day at the office yesterday. No bullshit. I think all I hit was I hit the Hawks first half and the Hawks full game. That's all I hit yesterday. Everything Knicks lost. Fucking Memphis lost by half a point. Wasn't even close. My Knicks got their ass beat, but like I said yesterday, man, I'm riding with the Knicks. I was riding with the Knicks no matter what. Like I've been riding with them for the last 2 months. They've been making me money, so I wasn't gonna jump off the bandwagon. Good spot for the Nuggets too, though. That's what I should have saw. Just got their ass whooped from the Lakers. Good bounce back spot at home. Really should have been an easy Nugget play, but you know what I'm saying? Let my gambling bias get in the way. Coach, we locked in with all the stuff, or you still going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm almost done, my brother.
All right, now just keep going. What's up, United Dave? From now on, all money on Atlanta. Hey, I called Atlanta yesterday.
So that was my only L Monday. Monday I went 4-1. We didn't do nothing on Tuesday. And you locked in one deep on yesterday. But man, he got whoever that told us was a trap. I knew it was a trap, bro.
That was YouTube everything. That was YouTube everything. He came on the show yesterday and we was talking. That's really what made me listen to him and take Indiana yesterday, because he came on here and called that Atlanta Monday, I think. But like I was saying yesterday too, you weren't on the show. Monday when I took the Blazers, I was saying the line is 1.5, 2 for a reason. Like this game, even though I took the Blazers, you know what I'm saying? I think I said for the people that got Atlanta, I don't blame you. I understand why, and they at home. Like so, it wasn't like I was just saying the Blazers finna come out there and do them niggas. I understood what was I'm not gonna say it was a 50-50, but either way it goes, YouTube called that hold on. He came on here and called Atlanta for sure. Regardless.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into it, my brother, because I know you got to get going to track practice real quick. Let's start off with this Chicago versus the Hornets game. This line opened up in favor of the Bulls -2.5. Right now, that line is as a consensus is at -4.5. The total was at 216.5. Right now, it's at 218.5. Some spots got it at 217. So depending on which way you're trying to roll, keep your options open. Check out all the books. Chicago Bulls, they're 26-39 on the year, 32-32-1 against the spread, while the Hornets, they're 32-33 on the year, and they're 33-31-1 against the spread. Get to these actual factuals real quick for the Bulls. They are 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5. They're 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games, 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games against Charlotte. They're 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. The overs hit 5 out of the last 5 when playing on the road against Charlotte. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games this season. 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games when going against the Eastern Conference opponent, and 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games when playing against a Southeast Division opponent. For the Hornets, they're 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games. The totals hit 10 out of the last 14. The unders hit 10 out of the last 14, but the overs hit 11 out of the last 15 against Chicago. They are 4-10 against the spread in the last 14 games this season. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against an opponent in the Eastern Conference. They are 8-3, straight up in the last 11 games against a Central Division opponent, and they're 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games when played on a Thursday. For the Bulls, guys, a couple of guys who are probable: Levine, Vuvitsky, your boy. But most likely, all them boys playing Vucevic. Is that how you say it? It almost made me stutter. Goddamn. For Charlotte, Martin, he is out for today's game. Washington is probable for today's game. Bridges, he's still out indefinitely. He's quarantining. Graham is doubtful, and of course Hayward, he's been out. The Bulls, they have been on a 4-game losing streak in the hands of the Knicks, the Bucks, Atlanta, and the 76ers. while the Charlotte Hornets, they are coming off a 102-99 victory against Detroit, but before that, they lost by 10 to Miami. Bulls versus Hornets. What you got, Marley?
And this is tough, simply because I don't know if Zach LaVine and Vucevic is playing. That's key. That's their two best players. That's why they've been losing the way they've been losing since LaVine has been out. So kind of make it the decision is kind of tough. But I did make a play on this game. And I'll tell you why I made the play that I made. Normally when I said this when Bron came back like a week ago. Normally when the starter comes back, the star, not a starter, excuse me, when the star comes back to a team, I fade that team the first game because he kind of throws off the rotation, and which kind of throws off the chemistry that the team had over the time period that star was out. Reason I took Dallas when Anthony Davis came back. First game back, took Dallas. They smashed them. Bron came back against, I can't remember who, but fading them, came back, they lost. So that's kind of been my philosophy as far as when, I forgot who taught me that. I don't know. I'm going to give credit to Teddy Covers. You know I'm going to give credit to? Coach Joe Duffy. I'm going to give the credit to Mr. Duffy. He is still around, but I'm trying to figure out how to find him. This is a lot. I learned that lesson a long time ago, or that little philosophy I'm talking about a long time ago. That's why I don't know if Teddy Covers taught me or Joe Duffy, but you're the one that put me on Duffy for sure. I used to fuck with that boy.
Yeah.
But some of those rules that they be preaching about stand out to me. That's just one of the ones that I took that I follow. When the star player come back that first game, fade them because they be rusty and they throw off the rotation. 9 times out of 10, fade them. So I took the Hornets plus the 4.5. But the desperation of the Bulls and with those 2 stars coming back do scare me, especially with Charlotte not being there full strength. But I still took Charlotte with the 4.5 because I feel like even if the Bulls do win, I don't know if they're going to cover that 4.5. I really don't think they're going to win. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that money line just because that's my philosophy with fading stars. Also, Charlotte is in the number 8 spot, guys. The Bulls are in 12th. The Bulls are done. They're out. Stops at 10. So they really don't necessarily have nothing to play for. So that's another thing that got me thinking, like, is Zach LaVine them really going to come back? Like, are they really going to push them to come back with, like, 5 games left in the season, 6 games left in the season? It's nothing to play for if you're the Bulls because you're not – I don't think they even have an opportunity to catch anybody. They're in 26 wins. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left, and they're in the 12th spot. So that's 2 spots back. I have to see who's in the 10th and go to the standings. But I don't even think they got a chance to make it. So it's like, why push your stars to come back? So for me, I took Atlanta. I just don't see what in Chicago. What are you playing for? So for me, I took the Hornets.
Hornets with the points.
Yeah, I took the Hornets with the points. I just don't, like I said, I don't see what Charlotte is playing for. Their stars are out, have been out. I'm looking at the standings right now in the Eastern Conference. They're 4 games back of Washington in the 10th spot in the win column. So, like, they're not going to catch Washington. 4 games back with 7 games to go. They pretty much got to hope Washington lose out, which I don't think they're going to do. And they still got to try to jump Toronto because Toronto is in the 11th spot. I just don't see them making up all those games. I don't see Washington losing the rest of their games, or even losing, like, they would have to leave, not necessarily the rest of them, but they got to lose like 5 out of 7. And then the Bulls would have to win like the rest of their games. So it's just nothing for me to take them. So all the motivation is for Charlotte. So I'm on Charlotte plus 4.5.
All right. LJ, what's up? LJ likes Charlotte with the points as well. I am going to pass on that game, so let's get on to the next one. We got the Nets taking on the Mavericks. Your boy Luka got ejected. Was that this week or last week?
I haven't seen him, honestly, so I'm not sure. You tell me.
I know I know he got his ass tossed and recently. But anywho, this line opened up in favor of the Nets -4. Right now, you can catch it at 3.5. Some spots got it at -3. So depending where who you trying to play on, keep your options open. Like I said earlier. But the total's at 233.5. Right now it's at 234. As a 234.5 says the consensus. I ain't gonna lie, bet MGM, they got some good lines right now. They got some good lines right
That's
now.
what I used to
Depending
mess
if
with in when I stayed in Vegas, MGM. Well, on my phone stations, but when I'm on the strip gambling, which I was a lot because I worked on the strip. I was always in Luxor, so that's MGM. Hell yeah, the
right,
best
right.
line.
Okay. The Nets, they are 43-23 on the year, 33-33 against the spread, while the Mavericks are 37-28 on the year, 31-34 against the spread. In the last, let's see, actual factuals real quick. Nets, the under sit 4 out of the last 5. They're 3-7 straight up in the last 10 games against Dallas. The under sit 4 out of the last 5 on the road. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when playing on the road against Dallas. The unders hit 6 out of the last 8 games this season for Brooklyn. They're 16-4 straight up in the last 20 games against the Western Conference opponent, and they're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games against the Southwest Division opponent. Dallas Mavericks, the overs hit 4 out of the last 5 games. They're 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. The overs hit 5 out of the last 7 playing against Brooklyn. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games at home. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games of playing at home against the Nets. The totals has gone over 8 out of the last 12 games this season. They're 2-7 against the spread in the last 9 games played in the month of May, and they're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing as an underdog. Injury report right now, James Harden, he is still out for the Nets. While Dallas, Porzingis, he is out for today's game, and Terry, he is downgraded to out for today's game as well. The Nets, they are on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Portland and back-to-back against Milwaukee. My boy PJ Tucker got in Kevin Durant's ass
What?
the other day.
You believe so? What was Kevin Durant's numbers? Don't make me go pull up Kevin Durant
I
numbers.
don't know, but I know he was all up in his grill, so that's why I got the pick to pay homage. Find the numbers and you can throw that out there, and I'll change my meme.
They definitely wasn't good. But I mean,
Uh,
Kevin Durant was out. Come on, dog. PJ Tucker cannot hold it.
you let me know what them numbers are when you get a chance. Dallas, they're coming off a 127-113 victory against
He had
the
32
Heat.
the first game, dog. 11 for 22. That's 50%. 4 for 8 for 3, 50%. 6 for 7 from free throws. 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Stop it, bro. Stop it. PJ Tucker's a good player,
Right,
but he's not stopping no Kevin Durant. But Milwaukee got the win, but
right.
he's not stopping no Kevin Durant. Do you remember that time Kevin Durant was like, as that reporter said something to him, he was like, "Do you know who I am? Like, I'm Kevin Durant. Like, this is Kevin Durant."
All right, well, fist bump.
Fist
I'll
bump.
give you a fist bump.
Yeah, I got
If you know that joke that's going around the internet right now. Do you know that joke?
What?
I'll back out and back in. But go ahead. Nets versus Mavericks. What you got?
Man, I really like Dallas here. Just because hold up, let me take that back. Let me start over. I like the way Dallas has been playing as of late. They won 3 out of 4 out of 5. They seem to just can't beat the Kings. That seems like that's their only fucking problem right now. Here as of late, anyway, the Kings come through and whip their ass every time. But I mean, they've been playing pretty decent basketball. Honestly, over the last 10, they're 7-3 over the last 10, 4-2 at home. As a dog, they 2-0. As ATS at home, no problem, 2-4. Now, I don't like the spot necessarily because Nets coming off 2 back-to-back losses in Milwaukee, probably finna come. I think they're probably finna come just prove that they still got it. But the only thing that concerns me is I don't know how much the Nets really care about this shit right now until the playoffs start or until they get healthy. Like, I don't know if they really give a shit about this game. Because I think honestly, if Kevin Durant and Kyrie play and they play to the best of their ability, I think they blow out the Mavs. Honestly, I just don't think Luka is enough by himself. We got no Porzingis, and I mean, I guess you got Hardaway and Finney Smith, but I just don't know how much I believe in them, man. I believe in Luka Legend. That's my guy. Like Coach said, that's my boy. I just don't think they got enough. I just don't think I got enough. And like LJ said, revenge game for Dallas. I didn't know they beat them that bad. 115-98. LJ, you sure about that score? Shit. Take the road favorite. I know coming off 2 losses, that's just what I said. Coming off 2 losses, to me, it's a bad spot for Dallas. I really fade them here. I'm just scared that I don't know how much the Nets care. Do they care about this shit? The playoffs going to start in 7 days. Do they even care about first place? I don't think they care about first place. Philly can have first place. Probably going to lose third now because they lost those 2 games to the Bucks. So they're probably going to finish third, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that real quick. Anyway, I did make a play on this game. I took the Nets. Just get to that part. I don't think Dallas have enough, honestly, guys. I just don't think they have enough. My only concern is I don't know if they care. That's the only thing. I don't know if the Nets care. And then yeah, the Nets are in 2. The Bucks are 1 game back. Do they care about being in second place? That's another thing. Do they care? I think they care more about chemistry and health. But I do think it's a bad spot. You got beat by the Bucks twice. One of those games was on national television in front of the world. So you probably want to get a win just to feel good about yourself. Been 3-game losing streak, like Coach said earlier. But I just, at the end of the day, I just think if Kyrie and KD is clicking, I just don't think Dallas is not Milwaukee. I just don't think they have enough on the other side to slow them down enough. So I got the Bucks here.
All right. The Bucks.
I'm sorry, that's why I stopped and didn't give no line. I got the Nets. I got the Nets here. I got the Nets
Minus
here.
3.5.
Minus the 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. In the words of Coach Van Gundy, nobody wants to go in the playoffs on a losing streak. And that'll apply for any fucking sport. I'm definitely gonna ride with the Nets money line right here. I don't want to play no games with the spreads for tonight. Just give me them Nets to whoop that ass and get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
So,
oh yeah. LJ said both games is national.
Yeah.
And this game is going to be televised too. This is,
right.
I believe, this one's going to be on TNT
it's on
tonight.
TNT.
So,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So they gonna come with it. But I like the Nets right here to bounce back, win money line against Mavericks. No Porzingis. That's going to be pretty big. And look, don't be surprised if DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin, have a good game too, low key. So I'm gonna ride with the Nets money line for this one. Let's get on to our next game with one of the teams that's been hot for us lately. The Washington Wizards taking on the Toronto Raptors. Shout out to the Reaper. The Raptors is one of his favorite teams. Right now, that line did open up in favor of Toronto -1.5, and the total was at 234.5. That line has since flipped. Then it has Washington -1, and the total's at 237. 237. Some spots got a 237.5. Get to these actual factuals. The Wizards, they are 30 and 36 on the year, 38 and 28 against the spread, while the Raptors are 27-39 on the year and 30 and 36 against the spread. Actual factuals. Washington, they're 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games. The overs hit 6 out of the last 8 games. They're 11-3 straight up in the last 14 games. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games against the Toronto. But they're 0, and I repeat, they're 0-10 straight up in the last 10 games against Toronto. 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. 0-9 straight up in the last 9 games of playing on the road against Toronto. 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games this season. 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games against an opponent in the Eastern Conference. And the total has gone under 7 out of the last 8 games against an opponent in the Atlantic Division. Toronto Raptors, they are 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 games. The under six out of the last 9. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games. The over 7 out of the last 8 uh, against Washington. They're 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games at home. 9-0 straight up against the 9-0 straight up in the last 9 games against the Wizards. 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games this season. 4-11 against the spread in the last 15 games against an Eastern Conference opponent, and the total has gone over 7 out of the last 10 when playing against an opponent in the Southeast Division. Injury reports for the Wizards: Brian is out for the season. Hutchinson is questionable for tonight's game. I know I'm gonna butcher this. Hashimura, he is out for today's game.
Hashimura.
Yeah, whatever, bro. I ain't been watching NBA to be getting all these motherfuckers' names for the year. So Lowry, he is for Toronto. Lowry, oh, he's out for today's game. Okay, and Abayi, he is he's out for today's game as well. Trent Jr., he is probable. Yeah, they got quite a few. Okay, quite a few guys out, but the boy Van Fleet's playing. He's still dangerous, and Pascal. Wizards, they are on a 1-game losing streak. They lost to Milwaukee by 1 point yesterday on Cinco de Mayo. And Toronto, they lost against the Clippers 105-100 2 days ago. Wizards versus Toronto. What you got, Marley?
I got Washington here, -1. And their last 10 games, 7-3. Like you said, this is one of our teams we've been on for a little while, making some money with. Last 10 games, they're 7-3. 5-0 as a favorite. 8-2 ATS. 4-0 ATS. On the road. So and also the Raptors, man. I know they've been, they won a couple games or they beat the Lakers here recently. And I don't want to act like I guess that wasn't a big deal, but other than that, they haven't been doing anything. And like I said earlier, they don't have anything to play for. I mean, they're in the 11th seed. I guess technically they can catch. So Washington's in the 10th. They're 3 games behind with about 7 to go. They're sitting out Lowry. Do they really want to even get in the playoffs? Like, if you want to get in, I don't think you sit out your stars. Him and Van Fleet have been rotating out game, his game. I don't know necessarily if he's injured or they're just resting, but they've been doing this. Like, it says rest. Like, you don't rest your guy right before the playoffs if you think you got a chance to get in and you're playing the team that's right in front of you. That's one spot where you need to be. Like, that doesn't say we want to get in the playoffs. So you can't tell me they motivated, dog. You can't tell me they playing. I can't bet on that. I can't bet on the coach taking out the best player on the team. If you think they got a chance to go to the playoffs with 7 games left, you're 3 games back, and you're playing the team that's in front of you for the last spot. They're not trying to get in the playoffs. They can't be. So I can't bet on them. I mean, I'm on Washington, and it's just simple as that. I don't even think I need to read off any more stats or nothing. Like, they're not trying to get in. They don't want to get in. So, and the Wizards do. I don't know if the Wizards do, but Russ does. Russ is playing like he want to get in. He got something to prove.
Absolutely.
He just said he the best point guard. Oh, excuse me, the second best point guard and ever played the game. So, like, he can't come out there and bullshit. I'm pretty sure Bill trying to get in. I don't know when the last time he been to the playoffs or if he's even been since they've been in Washington. So, I mean, I would ride with the over as well. I don't know what the over is, but yeah, I mean, Washington is an over team. But I'm on Washington -1.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I definitely do see the hunger in Westbrook's eyes, especially, the media's been hyping him up. A couple of former players are hyping him up right now, and honestly, in the last couple of games, despite their loss the other day, it really looks like they're having fun right now. In the beginning of the year, it didn't look like it was too much fun,
Yeah.
between Bill and Westbrook, but now the team is coming together. They're all gelling, and yeah, so I'm right there with you, man. I'm definitely going back the Nets. I mean, the Wizards right here -1. Let's lock that thing in. Let's get to our next game. We got the Hawks. Hey, we appreciate y'all coming in, man. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us, man. Whatever platform you're on. If you're on Twitter, like, retweet, follow us. We appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like. A lot of you guys I'm trying to issue top badges for because you guys have been with us for day one, and we appreciate that. When we blow up, we will never forget you guys. Some of you guys will become our moderators and so on and so on, and will definitely be the
For
first
sure.
ones to come on the show to holler at us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Big
appreciate
fact.
that,
Big fact.
man. Let's get on to the next game. We got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Indiana Pacers. This line opened up in favor of the Hawks, -5, -5, and the total's at 240.5. Right now, that line is at -6. And it's at 240, still at 240. Well, it went down a half a point at 240. Actual factuals, they're talking about the Hawks game. I mean, they're talking about Kyrie. Kyrie got his ass fined $35K for violating the social
Media.
media policy. All right, let's get back on track. The Hawks, they are 37-30 on the year. They popped my ass the other day. 36. They're the only loss I've had since I've been on this show in my last 3 visits. They're 37-29-1 against the
They
spread.
were a big day yesterday.
While the Pacers, they're 30-35 on the year, 26-39 against the spread. Some of the trends: Atlanta, they're 14-6 against the spread in the last 20 games. 14-6 straight up in the last 20 games, but 3-2 straight up in the last 15 games against Indiana. 1-4 straight up, 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road. They're 0-6 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on the road against Indiana. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5 when playing against the Eastern Conference opponent, and they are 4-1 against the spread when playing in the last 5 games played in the month of May. Pacers, they're 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games this season. They're overs hit 5 out of the last 6. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games. 2-16 against the spread in their last 18 games when playing at home.
At home, yeah.
But they're 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games when playing at home against Atlanta. 2-10 against the spread in the last 12 games against an Eastern Conference opponent. 2-5 straight up in the last 7 games against a Southeast Division opponent, and the unders hit 7 out of the last 8 games when they play on a Thursday. For the Hawks, as far as the injury reports, Hunter and Reddish, they've been out pretty much majority of the season. Jeremy Lamb is questionable for Indiana in tonight's game. Sumner, he is questionable for tonight's game, and Brogdon, he is questionable for tonight's game as well. Hawks, they're on a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Chicago Bulls, Portland, and Phoenix. That May 3rd and May 5th, man, those are definitely two upsets right there. While the Pacers are on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Sacramento and Washington. Hawks versus Indiana, what you got, Marley?
All right. I was on the Hawks for 2 of those 3 straight wins. I wasn't on them in the Portland game, but I took them Chicago, and I took them yesterday at Phoenix, first half and full game. And the Pacers, man, look, the Pacers are 11-20 at home. 11-20 straight up. They don't win at home. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's like waste all this fuck. They don't win at home. They're 1-5 ATS in their last 10 games overall. 6 of those games were at home, and they're 1-5 ATS. I'm not putting my money on that. I don't really like the 6 that much, but if the Kings can beat their ass by fucking 104-93 by 11, the Hawks can beat them by 6. I don't see why they. If the Hawks don't cover this game, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those days. Maybe it was bullshit. But I can't back this Pacer team. I got talked into it yesterday. And the crazy thing about being talked into it, I even told Moneyline hit me yesterday after the show. I mean before the show. And I'm telling him the Kings, and he didn't talk me off of it, but he giving me, no Fox and no this and no, because they don't have Fox and Barnes. But this nigga Buddy Hield has been balling. like balling. The only thing that made me really stop wasn't Hill or Barnes. It was Halliburton being out, the rookie. Like the rookie been balling. Revenge. What LJ talking about? Revenge game again. Indiana won. Yeah, I mean, even if they wasn't a revenge game, LJ and Bagley ball too. See, I didn't even see the game though. Even if it wasn't a revenge game, LJ, I'm taking the Atlanta anyway. Dog, this team is 11-20 at home, bro. Straight up, 11-20. Like 1-5 ATS at home out of their last 10 games overall. It's just 6 games out of the 10 was at home. So look, out of the last 10 games, they're 4-6. The 6 losses are at fucking home. Or 5 of the 6 losses are at home. Excuse me. Like, come the fuck on. Like, no. Like, no. I'm on the Kings. The Hawks, excuse me. Hawks -6. Just can't. I can't do it.
All
Can't do it.
right. Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I like them Hawks too. I do like the Hawks.
This is a lot though.
But I think I'm going to take. I believe I'm going to take the Hawks first half. Here's why. In the last 4 Pacers are 1-4 in the last. Straight up in the last 5 games went in the first half. The Hawks, they're like 3-2, but the last 2 games they've won the first half easily. So I think I'm gonna ride with the Hawks first half. Get in, get out.
-3.
Fist bump -3. Give me the EDP fist bump, and I'm gonna take them niggas to cover the game. Yeah, but them Kings, man, they have been balling that shit. They popped my ass the other night with the Lakers. It cost me about $600. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna ride with these Nets. Hopefully,
You're looking out, United Dave.
Hopefully, the boy Young and them will take off and dominate. So I'm gonna take them Hawks -3. The Pacers, they just haven't been playing good basketball in the first half.
They're playing good basketball at all. But
right.
Amazingly, believe it or not, they're in the playoff if that all ended today. They are in the 9th spot.
Well, let's get to our last and final game. This is, man, I hate these. You know what these West Coast primetime games remind me of, bro? Pac-12 after Pac-12
Pac-12
after dark, bro.
Pac-12 after dark.
These shits be so janky, bro. So janky, but again, the fucking Kings went on the Lakers were up 12 in the 4th quarter and just stunk it up against the Kings, man. I couldn't believe it, man. But yeah, Battle of LA right here. The line opened up in favor of the Clippers -7.5. The totals opened up at 222.5. Right now, that line's still in favor of the Clippers, but it's moved up a whole point. It's -8.5 right now. The total's at 211. Wow, big drop in the totals department. Get to these actual factuals. The Lakers, they're 37-28 on the year, 29-35-1 against the spread, while the Clippers are 44-22 on the year, 36-29-1 against the spread. In the actual factuals and trends, the Lakers, they're 1-6-1 against the spread in the last 8 games this season. The total has gone under 4 out of the last 6. They're 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games, 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 games against the Clippers, 5-12 straight up in the last 17 games against the Clippers. They're 1-4-1 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road, 4-13 straight up in the last 17 games on the road when playing against the Clippers, 3-8-1 against the spread in the last 12 games this season. The unders hit 4 out of the last 5 when playing against a Western Conference opponent. Clippers, they're 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games. The unders hit 6 out of the last 6. They're 12-4 straight up in the last 16 games this season. The unders hit 5 out of the last 6 against the Lakers. They're 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games at home, 13-4 straight up in the last 17 games when playing at home against the Lakers. They're 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 games against the Pacific Division, and they're 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games of the month of May. King James, he is out for today's game. Davis is probable. Caldwell Pope is probable. Schroeder, he's still out with quarantine. Kuzma is probable, and Horton Tucker is questionable for today's game as well. Kofi, he is Coffee. He's the only person that is out for today's games for the Clippers. So showdown in LA. What you got, Marley?
I don't have a play on this game. I know we talked about what games earlier, and we had this game. I had a lean on the over to 11, but I just don't know if the Lakers are going to give me what I need to get there because that hoe is so low. And I think with Kawhi and George Paul playing today, they'll score more, but the defense will be there as well. So it's just a lean, not a play. Everybody knows I don't fuck with Paul George, so I can't bet on the Clippers. But Kawhi back. So earlier I said Clippers win, but don't trust Clippers. I mean, we know this. United Day. Yeah. You the goddamn Clipper fan. You right. You my boy so much I be forgetting this is the only disagreement we always have. Goddamn Clippers. You think they go do something this year, and I'm telling you they're gonna let you down like they always do because of George Paul. He's gonna let you down. That boy is gonna let you down. I've been fading that boy getting rich the last couple games because that boy would let you down. So I don't have a play on the side. Small lean toward the over, but I don't think I can trust the Lakers to give me the points I need. So hard pass.
Yeah, I don't have anything either for this game. If I were to do anything, I would probably take the Clippers first half just based off of everybody who's hurt or whatever. But that would be my slight lean. You know, both of these teams. I don't fuck with LA.
Bro, who did you change that picture to?
Fist bump. Do you know who that is?
No, but I think I see that on YouTube. Not YouTube, but fucking social media or something.
Oh man, you need to look it up. I ain't gonna put it out there right now, but just look it up. Fist bump. I told you I had to give you the fist bump after you checked me with the Kevin Durant.
I just not seen this shit. I mean, like I seen it, but I didn't really look to it just now.
Yeah. So, anyways, to this Clippers game, I don't have a play for this. I got my 3 plays and I'm good. But if I were to do a lean, I'll probably do the Clippers first half, which that line's probably going to be either 4.5 or 5. Even then I'd be kind of scared. But I'm chilling. I'm good. I like the plays that we got right now. So let's kind of do a recap real quick so we can get out of here. Marley, he likes the Hornets plus 5.5, 4.5. He likes the Nets minus 3.5. He likes the Wizards minus 1 and the Hawks minus 6. As for myself, I like the Nets money line, Wizards minus 1, and the Hawks first half. So those are my only plays. What's your $5 come up for today?
Oh shit. The $5 come up. You are absolutely right. $5 come up today. Hornets plus 4.5. Wiz money line. Nets money line. Hawks money line. Money line knows on a $5 come up. Really just my 4 plays.
All right. Well, if anybody got any questions or any games or any, don't have to be open mic, man. We talk about any and everything in the comment section. If y'all got anything y'all want to throw out there, throw it out there and let's go over it. If not, we're going to get ready to head out and focus on these games because they start in about 30 minutes. I do have something. If you guys are into the cryptocurrency right now, I definitely would invest in XRP right now. They should be popping off with some information that just came out in the last couple of days. So if you're in the crypto, XRP, hopefully by time Elon Musk makes his appearance on goddamn Saturday Night Live, hopefully Doge will be at $1 and we all make that bread. You feel me? Do you know $82 billion was invested in Doge in the last 2 weeks?
That's good. Let the hoe keep going up. We're going to the moon.
It's good, but damn, do the government, the elitists, do they want everybody to get rich? That's the real question. But
Nah, they
that's
don't
a
never want
hard.
nobody getting rich. But see, when you got Jeff Bezos, when you got places like Amazon that's gonna start accepting it as currency, then it's nothing really necessarily they can do. Cause shit, them the niggas that control the shit. Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos, Mark Cuban, them the billionaires that really run the shit. They run the
Yeah,
government. So when you got them, I mean, see, that's what made me invest in it. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. Like you had been telling us to invest in it weeks or at least a month before I actually invested in it. And I didn't really actually invest in it until I heard Elon Musk invested in it. And I was like,
see,
okay,
yeah,
I'm,
y'all
I'm,
see,
I'm
y'all see, y'all hear how he do me? His brother, his business partner tell him.
but once I did,
But
once
once
I
the
did,
man, but
once
once
I
I'm gonna go
did,
there, I'm
once
gonna
I
go there. But
did,
but
I
but once
came
the
back.
man told him that, once the
Ooh,
man
that boy
said,
went
"Hey,"
to the man.
then he
But
jumped
once I
all on
did,
it.
I came back and gave you your props though, and was like,
Absolutely,
my
absolutely, I
bad,
appreciate it.
my bad. So you know what I'm saying? I'm watching your boy EDP Fist Bump. You got me listening to this stuff.
Oh shit! That boy said, "I don't fist bump your kind."
That boy said I was on my way to get a cupcake.
I know the matter ain't funny, but god damn,
Nah,
dude, you
because at first I
tripping.
was like, what this nigga got me listening to, bro?
All right, well, that's all I got, big dog. I
All
am
right.
out. I know you got to get to that track practice, so I'm
Yeah,
out,
man.
man. That's all. Make that bread, and as Marley always like to say,
Let's beat Vegas.
Uh, uh, check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why?